Welcome to Deep Tech Review. Welcome to this fascinating area of knowledge. Apple's EU AI delay. Innovation versus regulation. Apple announced on Friday that it would block its highly anticipated Apple Intelligence AI features, iPhone mirroring, and SharePlay Screen Sharing for EU users. While not entirely unexpected, this decision underscores the growing tension between rapid technological advancement and the EU's stringent regulatory framework, particularly the Digital Markets Act, DMA, and General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. From the EU's perspective, this delay represents both a triumph and a challenge. It demonstrates the effectiveness of regulations safeguarding user privacy and promoting fair competition. The DMA and GDPR have forced tech giants to pause and reconsider their approaches, potentially leading to more user-centric and privacy-conscious products. However, this victory comes with a price: the risk of falling behind in the global AI race. As other regions forge ahead with less restrictive policies, the EU must carefully balance its regulatory stance with the need to foster innovation and maintain competitiveness in the global tech landscape. For Apple, this delay is likely a calculated move. The company backs the decision by citing security and privacy reasons, which helps keep up its brand profile as a reputed tech giant that cares about privacy. All in all, this could preserve user faith while giving Apple more time to adjust how its AI functions to be likewise compatible with EU law. But it also introduces competition and raises the risk that Apple will cede potential ground to competitors who might manage to navigate the regulatory environment faster. Nevertheless, postponing AI offerings of other tech behemoths such as Meta and Google in the EU also indicates a broader industry-wide challenge. Many of those companies say they need large, trained AI systems to work correctly, but claim that GDPR restrictions drastically limit what they can do in practice. That begs the question: can advanced AI technology coexist with some of the world's strictest data protection regulations? Apple's AI product would most certainly receive scrutiny compared to its competitors. The core difficulty is the data-hungry nature of modern AI systems. To provide personalized and effective services, these AIs require access to enormous datasets, which may violate GDPR principles such as data minimization and purpose limitation. However, Apple could have an advantage in this area. Its emphasis on on-device processing and differential privacy approaches may enable it to develop AI features more compliant with EU standards. If successful, this might establish a new norm for privacy-preserving AI, providing Apple an advantage in the European market. And it's not Apple's first encounter with EU regulation. In September 2021, the company complained about parts of the DMA rules that would have forced it to allow users to sideload apps from its App Store for the first time. Apple claimed that doing so would jeopardize user privacy and security, reinforcing its long-standing belief in the sanctity of its closed ecosystem. Furthermore, Apple's recent move to prohibit progressive web applications, PWAs, in the EU has caused developer objections. Many saw this decision as yet another attempt to resist regulatory pressure. However, in an unexpected turn of events, the EU concluded that Apple's treatment of PWAs did not breach DMA guidelines, prompting the company to reconsider its decision. Global implications: fragmentation or harmonization. These incidents shed light on the intricate relationship between tech companies and regulators. Companies like Apple are known for resisting regulations they perceive as too strict. However, they must also be ready to adjust their strategies when their understanding of the rules is questioned. The EU delay of Apple's AI features is more than a bump in the road. It illustrates the complex relationship between legal and technological innovation. Finding that balance will be vital as we go forward. Regulators and the tech industry will both need to adapt to build a world where high-powered AI is allowed to operate while also respecting human rights and privacy. It is a reminder that there are no clear courses to follow in the constantly changing world of AI. Governments, in turn, We'll need to be ready for fresh thinking and creative formulation if we want the powers of AI brought to the good in ways that are true to the values and rights on which our digital society rests. However, the timing of the controversy raises questions about the future of global tech development. Will the digital landscape continue to fragment, with different functionalities available in other geographies based on what is permissible by that jurisdiction's regulations? Or is it the direction of a more harmonized global approach to tech regulation and development? As consumers, we find ourselves in a constant struggle between the forces of innovation and regulation. As technology advances, we are eager to embrace the newest AI-powered features that enhance our digital experiences and cater to our individual needs. However, it is equally important to us to prioritize protecting our privacy and data. Companies such as Apple face the challenge of pushing the boundaries of what is possible with AI and establishing new benchmarks for privacy and security. To sum up, Apple's decision to delay its AI features in the EU is a major story in the continuing discussion of tech innovation and regulation. It highlights the need for a more sophisticated and collaborative strategy to form our digital future. As we go down this path, it will be all the more important to have open and constructive conversations with all stakeholders, tech firms, regulators, users, to come up with solutions that promote innovation while safeguarding basic rights. Indeed, the future of AI fundamentally in Europe and on a global scale might be at stake as we struggle through these stormy seas. We have reached the end. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and leave us a super like. See you next time.